Guys, today we're looking at six-digit numbers, and we're going to start off pretty simply just working through the language that we need to use and to make sure everyone's on the same page with their understanding of how these bigger numbers work. So I want to start by looking at this little section here. You can see this box here. We're probably used to seeing three-digit numbers or numbers in their hundreds, so we're probably pretty good with our place value here. Obviously, the smallest place value, and just remember, place value is just a way for separating out our digits into like the column that they appear in. So you can see this column here is our ones column, this column is our tens column, and this column is our hundreds column. So if I wrote a number in, let's say 312, we all know how to read that number. We would start from our left-hand side and we would read to the end, and this number says 312. That's pretty simple. The same rules apply for when we move into bigger numbers, six-digit numbers. So we can see here, this place value is our thousands, this is our 10,000s, and this is our 100,000s. So I'm just going to write in a random number like this. And the tricky thing is, with this set of numbers, we would read it the same way. We read it as a three-digit number, except we say the word thousand at the end, because these are in our thousands place value. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. So this number says 602,312. You might see six-digit numbers written down slightly differently as well. So if we have a look at this, remember, this visual representation is called an abacus, and for every digit there is in a certain place value column, we put a little bead on. So sometimes you might be asked, hey, you know what? Write this number on a number expander for me. This is a number expander. So I always like starting with the ones. There are 3 ones, and I just count it out. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the tens column. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in my hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my thousands, 1, 2, 3 in my 10,000s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my 100,000s. And I would read this number 636,853. So sometimes books, maths questions will try to confuse you. They will say something like, hey, tell me the value of the number in the thousands column. Now the answer is not 2, because remember, this is a 2, but it's in the thousands column. So the value of that number is actually 2,000. We're going to look down how to break these numbers down in a little bit, but please just remember, if I say, what is the value of the number in the tens? You would say 10, because it's 110. It's not just a standalone one digit. Guys, that's the basics for six-digit numbers. Be super careful with place value. Be super careful with how you read these numbers. This number would be 642,710.